What's up, y'all? Just got word that here in South Carolina, all schools are shutting down. I know lots of other states have shut down already and are going to in the next week. So a lot of you just became homeschool teachers for the first time ever. Congratulations, it's a great profession. You're gonna love it. I'm gonna show you what to do. Every lesson has 3 components. Number 1, you gotta know what your kid's supposed to be learning. Those are called standards. I'll show you how to get them. Number 2, you're gonna come up with some activities for your kids. Could be online activities or hands-on activities. And then number 3, some kind of assessment. Doesn't have to be a test or a quiz, just something to make sure they learned what they were supposed to learn. So I'm gonna show you how to do all 3 right now, and you're gonna be great, I promise. Here we go. So the first thing you have to know if you're gonna teach your kid is what they're supposed to be learning. So if you ask your kid what they're supposed to be learning and they're anything like my kid, they're gonna say, I don't know. What have you been learning at school this week? I don't know. So go ahead and Google it. South Carolina state standards, in my case, maybe for you, your Common Core, but here in South Carolina, we're different. So South Carolina state standards, but you can just Google it for your own state. And that pops up the Department of Education's website, and they'll tell you everything your kid is supposed to learn. This is just great knowledge for you to have anyway, so you can keep on top of what they're working on. So I'm prone to do science, so I'm going to do science and then click standards. I teach science and social studies normally in 4th grade. So right here, South Carolina Academic Standards and Performance Indicators for 2014. That just means that was the last time it was updated. It's still good, even though it's 2020. So then you're going to scroll down. It's going to tell you everything from kindergarten through high school. I teach 4th grade, so I'm going to jump down to 4th grade. There's 3rd grade, and eventually we'll get to 4th grade. But whatever it is, you're just going to see what they're working on. So if you don't know what they're working on right now and you want to know that, just ask the teacher. Worst case scenario, if your kid can't remember and you can't find it on Class Dojo, Schoology, anywhere else, just ask the teacher. They'll be happy to tell you, I'm sure. So if you scroll down to whatever it is they're learning, let's say Class Dojo or their teacher, whatever, says that they're working on this standard. Develop and use models to explain how water changes as it moves between the atmosphere and the Earth's surface during phases of the water cycle. Make sure you include evaporation, condensation, precipitation, and runoff. Okay, cool, water cycle. So now that we know what our kid's supposed to be learning, we're going to jump into some different resources. And the good news is, because of COVID-19, lots of them are free right now, which is great news for you. So Brainpop.com, super great tool. And look at the top, we're here to help in the event of school closure. Request free access. So once you sign up for that free access, you can just go to search Brainpop, and we're trying to learn about the water cycle. So I'm going to type in water cycle, and then that's going to give us a really cool video in kid-friendly language, all about the water cycle, and many more videos, as you can see. So I'm going to click on this one right here that says water cycle, and that's going to let me watch a little animated film about Tim and Moby. Your kids probably know who they are already. You'll watch the video, and then if I were you, toward the end of my lesson, I'd click on that quiz, because it's going to give you a great pre-made quiz that you won't even have to know anything about the water cycle to be able to do. And there's lots of other options too: related reading, vocabulary, games, make a movie. But for now, we'll have them watch a video. Then I love this website called StudyJams. You don't have to even have an account for this. So this is cool. So I'm going to search water cycle, and then it's going to have some great things about water cycle. So water cycle, and there's a video they can watch. There's a test they can do. They oftentimes will even have a place where they can do karaoke with like a water cycle song, different things. And that's all free. You don't have to sign up or anything. Another great resource is Vocabulary. You can get a free trial right there, start a free trial. And there are rap songs, like really legit good rap songs about any content you could possibly want to know for any subject area, not just science. Some other great resources for different classes besides science class. IXL is great for so many things. They have math, they have language arts, science, social studies, different grade levels as well. So even if you have a bigger kid, this will work for them. And the cool thing about the math feature is if you will just do 4th grade math, it's going to show you everything they are working on in 4th grade math, and honestly more. But when you do questions on IXL, if they get the answer wrong, it will actually, let's say the answer is 4. it will say why it's incorrect. It actually explains. You answered 4, but you should have added the ones first. 4 plus 1 is 5. Then add the 10s and so on. It tells you each step until you can click got it. Okay, now I got it. I'm ready to try another one. So that's a great tool because if you're not so great at math, for example, the website will tell them what they did wrong and what they should have done. So great resource. DreamBox, another one, similar in some ways to iExcel, just a math resource. A lot of kids use it and already have accounts. But if they don't, for a limited time, parents can get a 90-day free trial. So another great resource for you, especially right now during COVID-19 pandemic, you can get for free. So pretty cool. Another great resource, Discovery Education's Tech Book. We use this in my county. And right now, due to the coronavirus, they have a response which hopefully includes a free trial of some kind. But that's a great resource, videos, as well as articles, other things they can do like create textbook boards, which are kind of sort of like PowerPoints, just a type of presentation. Now, let's say you have a little one. Starfall is great for little ones. They teach so many different things. Everything from the beginnings of social studies to math, ELA, science, everything, as well as just basic phonics and things that little ones would want to know. And then Brainpop Junior is the little kid version of Brainpop that I showed you earlier. And again, right now, they have a lot going on because of school closures, so you can request free access for that. Little ones also love ABC. And again, a lot of your school districts probably have accounts for these already, but if not, you can try to sign up for some free ones, or maybe just like a temporary free account for the first 30 days or whatever. But lots of great things on ABC for little ones, as well as PBS Kids. There are parent and educator resources, so you can actually do some learning and not just watching episodes of shows, although you can do that too, I'm sure. ABCmasscom is another great one, and they have a free 30-day trial for little ones. So if you don't have an account through your district for abcmouse.com, you can get one there, and kids can learn reading, math, science, art, colors, all kinds of things. An awesome resource for ELA is Epic. Epic has thousands upon thousands. Actually, there you go, 35,000 books, learning videos, quizzes, audiobooks, read to me books. And again, it's free for 30 days, much like a lot of these resources right now. So Epic is incredible. Your kid might already have an account through their school. But if not, you have your 30-day free trial. Can't recommend Epic enough. And then finally, at the end of your lesson, you need some kind of assessment to make sure your kid learned what they were supposed to learn. I love quizzes.com. Anything they could possibly want to learn, they can go down to that search bar at the bottom of the screen, click search, and then search for whatever it is. So we want to learn about the water cycle in our mock lesson. So I'm going to type in water cycle, or however I spelled that. All kinds of different quizzes about the water cycle. And it's kind of fun because they can challenge friends, play against you on a different device, whatever. And it has memes for incorrect answers and correct answers. So it's kind of entertaining while they're playing. But those are regular academic resources. I work at an art school, and so we try to incorporate the arts. And it's just good practices anyway, because kids learn so much more through that, and they're going to miss out on related arts right now. So whatever it is that you're learning, like for example here, we're learning about the water cycle in our pretend lesson. They can use the arts for that, of course, too. So for visual art, they could illustrate the water cycle using chalk or markers, crayons, whatever. They could incorporate drama, like write and perform a skit about a droplet of water as it goes through evaporation, condensation, precipitation, runoff, all of those things. Or to incorporate music, they could write and perform a rap about a concept, like the water cycle. Or do some physical activity, do some PE, have them act out and run around pretending like they're a water droplet. Or it's easy to incorporate math with PE, like have them count by twos while doing jumping jacks, different things like that. So try to incorporate the arts if you want to take it to the next level, and it will strengthen their learning as well as probably keep you a little bit more sane at home. So, basic way to set up a lesson.